Hey Village, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome to your Marriage Village, where I provide resources to foster healthy marriages. Please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to share the video as well with others. Okay. All right. So let's get right into this. Now, today, what I want to talk about is friendship in marriage. This is so important. I couldn't even stress enough how important this is. Okay. And to start off, I'm going to start with the research. And this is coming from John Gottman. Now, John Gottman is one of our marriage pioneers. He's been doing marriage research for over 40 years. Over 40 years, he's been doing marriage research every single day. And this is what he has found. He says the determining factor in whether wives feel satisfied with sex, romance, and passion in their marriage is by 70% the quality of the couple's friendship. For men, the determining factor is by 70% the quality of the couple's friendship. So men and women from the same planet, after all, he says, right? Men and women are from the same planet after all. So now you hear this from the researcher himself. This is Gottman. Everybody who knows about marriage work, marriage research, they know about Gottman. He is telling us that what he has found is that the same things that women want, pretty much, or I should say the same thing that women want, that makes women want to be close, want to be intimate, want to have sex with their spouse, it's the same thing that men want, which is friendship. Now, we know in the field of marriage therapy, we know, and any marriage therapist will tell you this, we know that happy marriages are based on deep friendship. That is the bottom line. Happy marriages are based on deep friendship. Couples who don't have a solid friendship really struggle in their marriages. They really do. They are constantly fighting. They don't forgive easily. They don't laugh. They don't play. The marriage is pretty much almost like a business transaction. And when you see those couples, sometimes you know, right? It's almost like a quid pro quo, they say, right? Back in the day, you give me this, I'll give you that. I give you this, you give me that. It is that kind of thing. If you weren't loving and kind to me this morning, I'm not going to be loving and kind to you this afternoon. We are really, really critical with our partners. We seem to offer others more grace than we offer our partners. And it is impossible to have a friendship in your marriage if you're not forgiving towards your spouse. And the thing is, we have to start early. We have to start really early. And it's not late. If you haven't done this already, it's not late to start. You can begin by becoming curious about your spouse. That's how you build friendship. Think about it. When you are talking to your girlfriend, think about how curious you are when you talk to her, or when you're talking to your guy friend, right? What did you do at work today? What's going on in your job, buddy? How's the family doing? You're very curious. You want to know everything about this person. They're in, they're out. You want to know. And for us girls, I mean, we want to know every detail, right? Give me all the news. Give me all the gossip. Tell me all in Liberia, we say, tell me all the G's, right? We want to know everything about this person. Who's giving you a hard time? How's work? Who's your friend on the job? Do you get along with your boss? Do you go with your girlfriends to lunch? When was the last time you saw so-and-so person? Are the two of you still talking? We are so curious when it comes to our friendship. It is the same kind of attitude that we need to bring into the marriage. We need to be curious, asking our spouse what's going on in his or her life, right? Who's the family member that may be giving them a difficult time? Who are they close to in their family? Gottman calls this building your love map. Literally building that map with your spouse, learning your spouse, all of their twists and turns, all of their ins and outs. What are the things that bring them distress? What are the things that bring them joy? What do they really, really enjoy doing, right? Who is the closest person they have in their family? Who can they really turn to when things are bad? If not you, who can they turn to? And who is the family member who is the most difficult? Who's the one who maybe they've never quite gotten along with throughout their lifespan? It is important for us to know these things. What's their favorite movie? I have come across spouses who couldn't even tell you what size of shoe or underwear their spouses wear or use. They have no idea. They don't know what color of suit the man prefers. They don't know, what kind of jewelry the wife prefers. They don't know if she prefers flowers or not. They go and they buy flowers automatically because they think that's what she wants. I have come across spouses who have no clue what the other person likes, what they desire. They have no idea. And the way you build friendship in a marriage is by, again, being curious and probing, right? Out of curiosity, not in a negative way, not to just be nosy, but really, really being genuinely interested in your spouse. What's their favorite food? Do you know? If they don't get plan A in terms of a meal, what would they prefer for plan B? Even if you're not a cook, if you don't really cook at home, if you're not domestic, you can still know these things about your spouse. It's really important for you to know these things. That's how you build friendship. But it's critical to start early. And if you're newlywed, listen, you have a fantastic opportunity now to begin to do this. Because what's going to happen is when you have that foundation of friendship, everything else builds upon that. It becomes easier, right? Gottman says you repair easily. Repair means you make up. If you have an argument or you have a fight, because we say fight in marriage, as long as it's not abusive. If you have a fight, a major disagreement, you're able to repair if you have a friendship. If you don't have a friendship, it's harder to repair when things happen in the marriage, right? But if you're friends, sometimes you even find yourself laughing at things. I have couples who will come in and something will be really, really serious and it can be intense for a second, but then they can look at that very thing and find a joke in it. And then they're able to come back together and connect and figure out how to problem solve. That's what friendship looks like in a marriage. Friendship looks like we're going out to an event, but the two of us are on the same page. So if we get here and I'm uncomfortable, you're going to know. If you're uncomfortable, I'm going to know. We're so in sync. Everything is just really flowing between the two of us. That is friendship. And isn't that the truth for your platonic friendships? Isn't that how you are with your friends? Don't you know when your buddy is not feeling himself or when your girlfriend is a little off? We can tell all these things, yet we can't tell them with our spouses. And if we can't, it's because we don't have a good friendship within the marriage, right? So we need to be curious. We need to be able to ask the questions, right? Spend time together. That is the next thing, right? You want to be curious, but you also want to spend time together. Exploring with your spouse during the time you have together. What's your day like? What has been the hardest thing for you so far since we've been married? What have you really enjoyed? What things we do that you enjoy? What things we do that you don't care about so much? All of these things will cause you to come closer together and to create that friendship that's going to be lasting, that will even outlast all of your problems in the marriage. That's what you want. You don't want to have a relationship or a marriage specifically where you can get outside and you're happy with everyone and you can laugh and play with everyone. But then when your spouse shows up, you go into reserve mode. You're so serious, right? You can't even function. You can't joke. You can't play because you don't have that between the two of you. A wife told me once that she would cook for her husband every day and he wouldn't even say thank you. And once she had to say to him, she said, you know, XYZ, that's the name. She said, every time you come home, you have a meal prepared, but you never even stop to say thank you. And I'm going to do a whole video on that fondness and admiration that Gottman talks about. But for today, even that, it's what you do with your friends, right? You tell your friends thank you. When they do something nice for you, you say thanks. You say, I appreciate it. You say, oh man, you blessed me. I can't believe this. Why don't we say these things to our spouses? So that's what Gottman is talking about, right? Building that friendship. When you have that friendship, nothing can conquer it. Nothing can come and the two of you will not be able to overcome because you're going to partner together as a team, just like you do with your friends. Something happens to your friend, you run there, you show up and you're present. If you need to run errands, you run errands. If you need to sit by your friend, you sit by your friend. Whatever it is you need to do, you do it. And so it's the same thing that is required for a healthy marriage. It's that kind of friendship. If your spouse is down, writing a note to say, I noticed you're feeling down today. You came home from work looking sad today. Are you able to notice these things in your spouse? If the answer is yes, that means that you've been building friendship. If the answer is no, that means you don't have the friendship that you need to have in your marriage. And the goal is to have your spouse be your friend. Because when your spouse is your friend, your marriage is healthier. And the research also says you live longer, right? You live longer, your marriage is going to thrive. Who doesn't want that? That is the person who you should turn to for any and everything. That's what friendship looks like, just like you do your best friend. So as we wrap this up, I want you to think about your best friend, okay? Think about the effort that you put in to maintain that friendship. If you're a person who's big on friendship, this is really important to you. So think about it. How much effort you put in to maintain that friendship with your best friend. Now, I want you to put the same effort into creating that friendship in your marriage. All right? So this is it for today. I hope that this video is going to help you to now begin to foster friendship in your marriage if you don't have it, right? And if you already do, just keep building upon it. Keep building upon it. Just keep doing it. Keep doing the work. Keep investing the time. Keep checking in. Keep being curious. Okay? Share this with others because the more happy marriages we have, the better our world is going to be. Right? And after all, you don't want to have your marriage happy and your friend's marriage is not happy. And now all of you are interacting and somebody is a little sour doing all of the dates and you can't understand why. You want all of you to feel the same way. When you go out on couples dates, you want to be joyful, right? You want to have joy in your marriage and you and your friends to have joy in their marriage, okay? So share the video with your friends and also don't forget to subscribe, right? It's important for me that you subscribe because that helps, you know, to build the YouTube algorithm and all of these things that we're supposed to know about. But also, the more we get the word out there, the more marriages will be healthy. And I think that's what we all want. If you have a marriage that is enjoyable and happy, you want the same for others. So when you share the video and the channel grows, more people get to see the video and more people get to work on their marriages and more marriages become healthy. And that's what we want. All right. So God bless you. God keep your marriage safe, keep your family protected in all that you do. And I pray that you and your spouse will become closer and closer and better than ever before. I'll see you all here soon. Take care. And remember, it takes a village.